All right, so check this out. I have yet another crazy video to show you of a MAGA Karen having a public meltdown and then willingly uploading it on social media. This clip has gone incredibly viral. So many people have seen it. I'm sure you've seen this trend on social media recently of different Trump supporters and Charlie Kirk fans going to different Starbucks locations across the United States and telling the barista taking their order that their name is Charlie Kirk. So when the order is complete, the barista reads out the name and it's Charlie Kirk, and they get a laugh or whatever they're seeking, attention most likely, and so they can post it on social media. But this hasn't always gone to plan for these MAGA fans, because sometimes the name is just not read out and the drink is delivered, and for some reason that bothers them, including this woman right here who freaked out at a barista in a Starbucks for not reading out the name Charlie Kirk that she put on a cup. This is a real MAGA Karen if I've ever seen one. So I want to show you this clip, but before I do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, drop a like on the video, comment. I've been away for about a week. As you can probably tell in my voice, I'm sick, I'm still a little congested, but democracy doesn't wait, and certainly videos like this don't wait. So we're going to dive into this video, and I just want to point out briefly before we do that this has been a real controversy, so much so that Starbucks literally put out a statement addressing it, saying, in response to online discussion about our policy for customer names on orders, we wanted to provide the facts and share some background. Starbucks is a company built on human connection, yada, yada, yada. They do their normal corporate BS. We believe handwritten notes on our cups are a meaningful way for our baristas to connect with customers. We have clear policies that prohibit political slogans or negative messages. In the event we receive a report that a message doesn't comply with our policy, we carefully review each case. And so MAGA is, of course, melting down at this statement because Starbucks says, hey, you can't put like Charlie Kirk on a cup or whatever it might be. So anyway, now let's get into this clip of this MAGA woman melting down over the Charlie Kirk cup. That's the scandal here. I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Without further ado, let's dive in.
It's not politics. A man spoke up for what he believes in and he got shot in the neck over it. And you couldn't stand there and call my name out, my name, but you called his name out. But you called his name out, couldn't call his name out. Called his name out, but couldn't call his name out. No, actually I was setting him up for success because I wrote a really good report. Excuse me? It is Charlie Kirk. It's the point. You guys came in after me. The place was completely empty. And you're making a scene. You didn't have to make a scene.
Oh, okay.
It's a name. It's a
I just want to quickly pause. It's so like the crazy thing about these videos that we watch on this channel every once in a while is that the complete lack of self-awareness from these MAGA fans. This lady over here, who maybe we can get a shot of her wherever you saw the lady that she was pointing out. She's like, yeah, you're making a scene. You are making a scene by addressing me. When in reality, the woman with the Charlie Kirk cup who walked in here simply to get attention from the baristas or social media views, whatever it might be, she's the one making the scene. She has absolutely no self-awareness. It's kind of like Donald Trump, right? You know, you cause an issue and maybe it's in public, maybe it's not, and then you blame the other people who are disgusted by what you're doing in public. It's just so crazy, the lack of awareness. Anyway, let's continue.
And after me, the place was completely empty. And you're making a scene. You didn't have to make a scene. It's a name. It's a policy that your company upholds. They came in after me. It was completely empty when I came in. That woman right there was the only person in here. I actually wrote you guys a really good review prior to getting this, saying what upstanding it was, how wonderful it was, hoping she would stand there and say my name, Charlie. Just Charlie would have been fine because she said his name. So I was saying, okay, maybe it's just going to be Charlie. And I was thinking she'll say just Charlie. And I was rooting for her to just say Charlie. And what did she do? She brought me my drink. Why'd she say his name? Twice. Not once, but twice. No, it's not. It's bad policy.
I just want to briefly pause once more before we watch the rest. And I just want to say shout out to the service workers out there. If you've ever worked in a restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever it is, you probably had a horrible story like this where a MAGA Karen walks in and she's just incredibly disrespectful. She wants to cause a scene simply just because she wants to and make your day worse. And this woman right here, this Starbucks worker, is an example of like a great, one of these workers in this industry. She's fantastic. She's being calm and just like dealing with the situation. You could see on her face, she's like, oh my God. And this woman is freaking out for no reason. The drink was brought to her table, and she's complaining that the drink was brought to her. That sounds like good service to me. And she's still throwing a fit because they didn't say the name Charlie Kirk. I mean, how much of a loser, truly, do you have to be to go to random Starbucks across the country and harass these baristas who are making like what, minimum wage or maybe above minimum wage? They're just trying to do their job and get by and put food on their table, and they have to deal with freaks like this. Are you kidding me?
Policy. It's bad. And she said she doesn't believe in politics, but yet you're willing to do this. And I wrote you guys such a good review in advance.
I really appreciate that, but it's not my policy.
It's not though. See, and that's the problem. And now I'm gonna have to go back, and I'm actually gonna post the good review that I wrote first. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna add this video to it to show that I wrote the good review first. I'm gonna leave the good review and I'm gonna post this video to show what an ass she made of herself and how you came out and you did this. Because this is, wow. I didn't talk to her, I'm actually talking to you. It's called freedom of speech. This is what Charlie Kirk died for. I am a paying customer, and I have not done anything. I am just sitting here. You're gonna ask me to leave because you're gonna call the authorities? Are you serious? Wow. You're gonna call the authorities because I asked somebody to say a name.
Yes.
I'm disturbing what? I'm disturbing who? This is the person who made the scene.
I asked you twice.
Okay, I'll go ahead and leave the video too. I didn't make a scene. I asked somebody to say a name. That's not making a scene. I'm still not making a scene.
The entitlement of people like this. She says, oh, it's my freedom of speech. Why don't these MAGA fans understand freedom of speech? They never actually understand what freedom of speech means. Your freedom of speech protects you from the government prosecuting you for your speech. You can say whatever you want as long as it doesn't incite violence. This is the Brandenburg test with the Supreme Court. You can say that. That's perfectly fine. The government can't prosecute you. Starbucks can absolutely kick you out of their establishment if they ask. Because she's making a scene. She's disturbing business. And she's like, no, I have a right to be here, and I'm allowed to scream and make a scene as much as I want. The entitlement is disgusting. Oh, it's so infuriating.
Exactly what Charlie Kirk died for. This is what you all need to understand.
For
It is
Starbucks?
called freedom of speech. It is getting shut down in America. And this young lady over here wanted to point out that freedom of speech is what is getting shut down. She is saying she's pre-recording like it's a big thing. This is a public space, and we are not allowed to publicly record in a public space.
It's not a public space.
People are allowed to do their work. They are allowed to have their workspaces. They're allowed to have their laptops open, and they're allowed to publicly broadcast, and they're allowed to do all these kinds of things here in Starbucks is a public place, but they are not allowed to ask for their name to be spoken out. So now at this point in the juncture, I have to stop the video and I'm going to have to go on live. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we're going to go on live. So stay tuned.
Oh my God. So she just has no understanding of what is actually going on in the world around her. She called Starbucks a public space. It's a business. It's a private business. They can remove you if they want. If you're making a scene, they can remove you. That's the other thing about the MAGA fans, people like this, who just make total fools of themselves. They don't actually understand anything. They don't understand the law. She keeps citing the First Amendment and free speech. She doesn't know what it says or what it does or what it actually protects. She has no idea of what's going on around her, and then she's going to hop on a live stream and say, oh, Starbucks has been so mean to me. The victimhood of many of these MAGA fans, the entitlement of many of these MAGA fans, the ignorance of many of these MAGA fans, it all was encapsulated in this one video. And I'm so glad I actually blind reacted to it with you folks. Like I hadn't seen it before. It's because it's just so absurd. It's just so absurd. So anyway, this has been happening around the country. I just wanted to show you this really awful example of what's taking place, but I'll leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world that you're here. Make sure to subscribe, drop a like on the video. Please comment. Let me know what you think about this story. I'm always excited to hear from you folks, especially on this video, and have an amazing rest of your day. We'll talk soon.